Good morning, friends, and welcome to the pre-market view. US markets were marginally up, almost about 0.235%. The Dow was up, the Nasdaq was marginally down, and European markets were up about 0.5 to 1%. No major developments in terms of economic data, but in the State of Union address, President Obama has said that he is committed to more reforms, and this would be done without any further increase in fiscal deficit. Which is perceived to be good for the market sentiment. And when we look at the Asian markets today morning, Japan is down a bit, but most of the other markets are quiet, and in fact some of the markets are closed over the weekends due to the Chinese New Year. In terms of flows, the FIs were net buyers to the tune of about 660 odd crore. The domestic institutions were sellers to the tune of about 400 crore, and in the index futures the FIs were net sellers to the tune of about 220 odd crore. Friends, market did see some kind of a bounce back yesterday, but the broader market or the mid-cap stocks continue to remain laggards, and it remains to be seen what kind of incremental flows are we going to see over the next few days, because we might see some pullback at the index level, but looking at the kind of sentiment which is prevailing, it is unlikely that the mid-cap as a sector will do too well from here on. And on that note, let me invite Nandesh to take us through important F&O cues, data and strategies that we could have in the F&O markets.
Good morning, friends, and welcome to the morning derivative view. Friends, we have seen that in the previous trade, in the initial hour of the trading, we have seen that market remain in the pressure, but on the back of good buying taking place in banking stocks with a couple of few other heavyweights, Reliance Industries and telecom stocks. We have seen a very good rally, momentum really taking place in the market yesterday. However, on the higher side, we have seen that around 3.5 lakh shares were added in open interest with a marginal decrease in the cost of carry, indicating some fresh positions has been accumulated on higher side. As far as the volume is concerned, we have seen that good activity is taking place as compared to the previous trading session. We have seen around 4.5% addition on the volume front as well. On the strike specific front, we have seen that 5,900 put option has seen a good additions taking place. Friends, this is a strike where we have seen a maximum open interest building up in on the put side. So, and that's what we have seen, that 5,900 acting as a very good support. So what we feel that overall bias seems to be negative, but 5,900 could act as a very good support on closing basis. Unless and until market is not closing below these levels, we are expecting a bounce. We think that 5,950, 5,980 can be targeted on the higher side, and then from those levels again selling pressure might come, and we might see lower targets for the market. As the overall setup is negative, and that's what we have mentioned, that 5,900 on the closing basis will act as a good support for short term. On the stock specific front, friends, we have identified 3 stocks, Lupin, Tata Motors and Hindalco is looking good. Now for the Lupin, one can place a stop loss of 599.35. For Tata Motors, one can place a stop loss of 294.75, and for Hindalco, one can place a stop loss of 114.65. That's all from all of us, friends. Thank you.
Here are the important news and events that we are tracking today. Oil India reported its numbers, and the net profit declined YOY by about 7.3%. However, the top line grew by almost 2%. And we continue to have a positive bias on Oil India, as we see that the government is taking a lot of reforms in the oil and gas space, and particularly with respect to the gas pricing, as we would see the effect of that over the next 1 year or so. That would be great positive for companies like Oil India, ONGC, so on and so forth. In another news, the bankers consortium have recalled the advances given to the Kingfisher to the tune of about 7,500 crore. This has 2 implications. One is that the possibility of a restructuring has reduced because of this, and the other thing is that since the collaterals include the personal guarantee given by Dr. Vijay Mallya, the probability of the bank recovering this particular outstanding is much higher. So this development is definitely positive for the State Bank of India and the entire group of lenders. So watch out for some positive action in that space in today's market. 2 companies will be announcing numbers from the Nifty. Coal India, we are looking at a net profit of about 4,169 crore, about 3% kind of a YOY growth. And in case of Tata Steel, we are looking at a net loss at a consolidated level of about 193 crore. For Tata Motors, some positive news as the JLR has reported about 32% growth in the global sales in the last month to the tune of about 34,877 units. This is the highest growth in sales that we have seen reported by JLR. So positive for Tata Motors. One can go long there with a stop loss of 292 and a target of 307 to about 317. Voltas and few other AC manufacturers have decided to take a price hike of about 9% ahead of the summer season. So positive for Voltas. One can go long with a stop loss of 93.25 and a target of about 98 to about 99.5. Some positive news for Bharat Forge as its JV with Alstom has got orders for 3 supercritical boilers from NTPC to the tune of about 2,251 crore. One can go long on Bharat Forge with a stop loss of 213 and a target of about 224 to about 227. Power Grid reported extremely good set of numbers and has also signed a 16.7 million contract for 2 years, which is definitely positive for Power Grid. So one can go long there with a stop loss of 111 and a target of about 116 to about 119. That's it from all of us, friends. Have a nice trading session and see you tomorrow at the same time.